Hi, welcome back to Beauty with Makeup. I am Atiqah, makeup artist based in Singapore, and today I'm gonna do my third and last Halloween look for this year. And if you haven't already checked my previous videos out, I actually did these two simple looks in which you do not need much items. So for today, my look will be slightly more complicated, and this is what I'm gonna dress up as for Halloween this year. So for all of my Halloween makeup tricks recently, all of them actually includes being pretty, but also adding in a little bit of scariness and gore into the makeup. And the reason why I choose to be a mermaid is because I love these creatures. Probably because in a lot of movies they are portrayed to be the most beautiful and the prettiest creatures ever. Which explains my curly, beachy waves today. So these are the items that we need today. We need some bright eyeshadow colors. So depending on the range of colors that you like to choose for your mermaid, you can choose like turquoise, blue, or even like green and blue, or purple and blue. But for me, I choose pink and purple because I'm girly like that. So you will need some pink and purple eyeshadows. This is from ColourPop and this is from Urban Decay. If you want to purchase like pink and purple face paints, go ahead because the color will be much more pigmented. If you already have those glitter eyeshadow or glitter highlighters that you have, you can just like dig them out. I have this Cover FX liquid highlighter and also this Berry M liquid glitter. So I'm just gonna like spam all of this on my face today. And you will need this as well. This is like a fishnet stockings that I bought from Talisman at Bugis for $6.90. So I choose one with a medium hole so that I can create the scales on my face. So to complete the look, I actually bought some fish hook, and with this you will need some wax as well as some blood and some red pigments, in which you can use them from your lipsticks, in which I already showed you how to do it in my previous two videos. If you do not want to get fish hooks, I will show you some other alternatives later in the video, so continue watching. And I'm actually going to create some gills on my neck, and for this look I would need some liquid latex. If you don't have it or if you do not want to buy it, you can actually just use double eyelid glue, and it works really well and it's actually the same thing. And I also actually made a mermaid crown for my mermaid persona. So I actually made this from scratch, and I will show you later in the video how I made it and where I bought all the items from. So let's start now. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this stupid fishnet over my head and I'm gonna look like freaking ass retarded. But anything for this look, right? Okay, let's try. Ugh. Damn it, will you ruin my hair? Fuck. No! Seriously. Oh, by the way, I already have like my base done, so I want my scales to come out over here and on my cheekbone as though like it's my blusher. So I'm using pink. Okay, and now I'm moving on to purple. And because purple is kind of like a darker shade, so which is why I use pink on top as my blush and purple below as my contour color. Okay, so now you want to go on to using eyeshadows, and I'm gonna use this pink as well as these purples. So I'm just gonna like brush them lightly over the same areas. So this will kind of like create a softer look and also set the colors over there. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna take it out and see if this thing really works. Woo! Yay, I love it! Okay. Yay! Okay, so now that you already have your gradient scale, let's go on to the eyes. So I'm going to use the same few colors. I'm going to use the pink. Okay, so I'm done with like one eyes and I'm just going to go on to my next eyes. Okay, so now that I have both of my eyes done, I'm just going to like darken my eyebrows. So the reason why I darken my brows is because I want to balance out my eyes with my eyebrows so that the makeup on my face would seem like it all sync in together. Okay, I'm just going to add like some highlight. And I'm going to add like a pinkish lipstick to match my whole look. Okay, so now I'm actually going to add some gills on my neck. So all you need is some liquid latex or some eyelash glue. So I'm going to do like 3 gills and I'm going to use both the liquid latex and the eyelash glue so that you can see the difference. Okay, so this is using liquid latex. Okay, so this too is using liquid latex, and now I'm going to use a lash glue. This is like the dual lash glue. It actually looks like the same, and I'm going to do it at the top. So you just need to wait for this layer to dry and then continue putting on the glue so that it will be more elevated and it's like a pop-up gill that you have on your neck. Okay, so I've already like did at least 4 to 5 layers already, and I'm just going to let it dry and I'm going to show you how it looks like after that. So while we wait for the gills to dry, let's go on to the other part. So this is like the pretty version and I'm actually going to add some gore to this look. I am going to start with the fish hook. So the idea of using a fish hook is as though like the mermaid was killed when some fishermen try to hook it up lah. So be careful because it is super sharp. I got a real fishing hook and you can tell that it is damn sharp. Like I am quite scared to use it actually, but for this look I am going to do it. If you're going out and it's not just for like a photo shoot or a video, I wouldn't recommend you to use this because it is really quite dangerous. You can use a hook but maybe not a real fishing hook because this is like super sharp. And the reason why I'm using it is for video's sake so that it can look really nice. Of course, if you want to use like something like a fork or a straw, this can also be the cause of the mermaid's death.
Because of the excessive use of plastics nowadays.
So let's go on to using the hook first. Okay, I'm quite scared so I'm just going to use some wax to like cover the sharp edges. So now let's go on to using some wax. If you haven't watched my previous video, I actually shared with you where you can get wax in Singapore, and this wax will just cost you like less than $10. So now that you got some wax, you think of where you want to put your hook. So like I said in my previous video, try to avoid like your mouth area if you're going out for a party, because when you go to a party you are going to drink, and when you move and you talk, there's going to be a movement around your mouth area, so you want to avoid that area. Even though if you want to put a hook, it will be more realistic if you put it around the mouth area, but let's move it upwards to the cheeks so that it wouldn't get affected by the movement. And you just want to blend some wax into your skin. So you just grab more wax and then you just like cover this part of the hook and continue blending the wax down. Okay, now that you already got your hook there, you need some concealer, and you just need to conceal this wax so that it blends nicely into your skin. If it affects your scale a little, it's okay because you can just like dab on some blood later. Okay, now you just need a pinkish nude lipstick. So basically this gives an illusion that it is very swollen and red. And then you can move on to a darker red. Okay, so for areas that you can't reach, like those inside, you can just grab a brush. So now that you have your colours on, you can move on to the blood. I'm going to use some After Scratch from Kryolan. You can actually use any kind of blood that you can buy from Artfriend. I always like to use a brush when it comes to using blood because I do not want to use too much of it. I don't like those dripping blood because I feel that it's not very realistic. Okay, so now you can see that my gills are already dried, and the bottom two is using liquid latex and the one on top is using eyelash glue, and you can tell that the effect that it gives is actually the same. It's just that the liquid latex do not have a sticky finish while the eyelash glue does have a sticky finish. But I guess ultimately if you're just going to use it for one night, it's going to be fine. You just need some loose powder. This is just to mattify whatever that you have there. And then you want to go on to using some concealer on top of it. So you can tell that it's not really very obvious, and you can actually just add some contour powder to shade. Okay, so there you have it, your gills. Maha. So if let's say you do not want to use a hook because it's too dangerous, you can just cut your fork. Now you can even do it over here, or you know, in the middle of your throat. Or you can even replace this with a straw so that it's easier and you can go to a party like that without worrying that it will fall off. Okay, so now I'm just going to try to remove the wax that I add on just now for safety. Yay! I removed it and I'm just going to touch up a little. Yay! I'm done! And I'm going to crown myself as the princess of the mermaids with my crown. I bought like all of the materials from Artfriend. It cost less than $20, and you just need like some shells and this like starfish with like this fake seaweed looking thing, and I just added on some touch of pearls and some colors so that it looks as though it is a bit like worn off.